We got to figure out that.
All right, all right, all
What
right. What's
up?
up? What's up, YouTube, YouTube, YouTube?
Two's guys back.
Two's guys back in action, getting excited about building the best place to write things down. Feeling good, feeling
I
nice.
mean, that's just the goal here.
The goal is to continue to build the best place to write things. Many, many things. Oh boy.
All right.
Two's baller.
Yes, Joseph.
Hi.
What's up?
Nothing much. Excited to be with you. Excited to be here. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday to you. And
Um,
I say the same.
so should we start with a little bit of show and tell? Should we start with you telling us about the weekend? I've got a couple of things to show and tell. We're here. We're doing it. Two's guys. Back.
I'm down with however you would like to start. All of those sound great.
How's how's about we do a quick recap on the weekend? I think that me, along with the many people watching at home, are curious. Hey, Two's guys, I thought that this was a startup. You don't work on the weekends? To which we say, hey, listen, Twoozers, of which there are many.
Here's how I'm going to show you. I have a list of everything we did and things we didn't do.
Dope.
How's
And
that?
is that related to? Tell me what's the context behind that? What's that in relation to? I'm excited.
Just like planning stuff and figuring out what we're gonna do, and yeah, I just like set up the days and then had a bunch of food and activity options,
Oh, nice.
and then we just use it as like a way to say what we were gonna do.
That's very nice. Did
Does that
you
make
end
sense?
up using? Yeah, did you use pals to navigate between the different places?
I used Pals for a lot. I also use Pals. I have like some Greenville hikes that I use Pals for.
Mm, mm. That's electric. So
And
yeah,
you can
take
can
us
see
through the
what
weekend. To run us down. You were with the Mr. Baller and Mrs. Baller this weekend.
I was. It was great. Um, I guess we just explored. We went to some restaurants that my dad had been to already, which he had been
Dope.
here on business before. So this was like a
Dope.
southern restaurant. Um,
So like collard greens, fried chicken.
yeah, I had fried chicken. We had fried green
Nice.
tomatoes. We had some
Mm-hmm.
salad. My
Mm-hmm.
dad had shrimp and grits. My mom
Mm-hmm.
had fish, something like that.
Okay. Probably cod or something. Probably
Mm,
something like that.
I wish I mean, I did write it down. I just don't want to open up my day. Um, some type of fish. I forget what her side was. But yeah,
What did you think of the traditional Southern cuisine experience?
I love it. I love southern food and like soul food and stuff. Um, halibut. Is halibut southern? Our
Halibut.
waitress said that it was her favorite thing that she had. A lot of
That's always it's a risky endeavor when you're dealing with the deep South. Hey, what do you like the most? Oh, I like my grandma's pea and cabbage stew. It's like, okay. How about what's the most popular thing on the menu? The fried chicken. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
the fried chicken was good. The shrimp and grits was also really good.
I do love a shrimp and a grit.
Um,
But yeah, so I mean, because obviously people are here in a majority of a sense to see us build the best place to write things down.
yeah.
Not only are you giving a fantastic demo of the best place to write things down, but also adding some context and commentary as to why we were out this weekend. Does not necessarily, we don't plan for that to be the case for many weekends, as we are hell-bent to give people the best place to write things down.
Always wanting to help people write things down.
And so far, it's looking pretty freaking nice.
Something that happened that was a
like
first
things that happen.
First for me was flat tire. Had to change tires.
No way!
Yeah, it was electric.
On the old Sexus?
On the Sexus. Had to put the spare on. It was great. I actually quite enjoyed it. I don't think everyone had a good attitude about it. But yeah, got some new tires.
Have I told you before that? 4 new tires, 4 new.
2 new tires.
Tizeezys.
2 new tires.
Nice.
Tires were over 10 years old, which was pretty good.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have been doing that. And they still only suggested that you get 2.
Well, 2 of them were really old. 2 of them were like maybe 7 years old or something like that. I don't know.
Okay. Did I tell you about the one time I hydroplaned and almost died, and Two's guys would have never Two's guide because of how close I was to dying? The year was 2016, I believe, and your University of South Carolina Gamecocks were playing, ironically, in Tampa in the Outback Bowl against the University of Michigan. It was raining, and I was driving back from Tampa to Jacksonville because it was, after the school year, and I was in my mom's car, and it was drizzling. And I think based on the tread of her tires, now obviously that's me projecting a little bit, did I think that I was driving, perfectly responsibly? Yes. Did the car hydroplane and send me across 2 oncoming lanes of 18-wheelers? Also yes. So when that started to happen, I let go of the wheel because I'm pretty sure that that's what somebody told me to do once. And I started pumping the brakes. And next thing you knew, we just barely crossed in front of the 18-wheelers, and I hit a mound to stop the car from killing us, for lack of a better term.
Funny. Scary.
Yeah. So let that be a lesson. Maybe write it down in your twosop.com. Get your tires checked. Get new tires. Don't hydroplane and die.
Yeah, hydroplaning's not a good thing.
Not a good thing. Sounds like a good thing. It sounds like a cool thing. Do not be confused. It is not good or cool. All right, baller. Is it time for us to show and tell?
Yep. I can do that. What up, Rodrigo? What up, Nino? What up, D20 Ryan?
We got team We got team coming in.
He made it today.
D20 Ryan, Two's early, Rodriguito, Brazil.
He was the one saying that we do these too early. Yeah, let me show and tell because I did a little bit. I didn't do a lot of things, so I don't have much to show, but it was kind of like some cleanup. So here's what happened. A lot of the interactions were broken. So getting them to all work together, like being able to drag and drop, being able to swipe between days, being able to pull down for today, a lot of these things were broken, so I just basically was prompting it until all of them worked smoothly together.
Okay, cool. How did that feel? How did it feel to
what up, Christian?
Just continue to just continue prompting it, to just continue going at it?
Not very good, honestly, but it was fine. And then like after that, they had taken away the select buttons somehow, so I had them add those back. Somehow now the select actions are at the top and not at the bottom.
Sure.
Yeah, it was.
Can I
It's all
can I ask a
confusing.
question that
I don't totally
can I ask
understand how it all works.
can I ask a question that's on everybody's mind,
Yeah,
most likely?
yeah.
The question is, at what point have you gotten to a point yet where you feel like you wanted to take the reins from the vibe code and be like, you sit the fuck over there and let daddy take care of this? And if so, when and how did it go? If not, why?
I was actually thinking about that this
Are we
morning.
deep?
I was doing some stuff this morning.
Cool.
I was considering that. I don't think that it's necessary quite yet, but I was
Love it.
having those thoughts. And it was
And so,
somewhat concerning.
why concerning? What would I'm not saying in terms of the
Just like,
entirety of the
is it
application. I'm saying,
what all is actually possible to do with this setup?
yeah. Well, and so I mean, I guess if I were to assume,
Like the microphone stuff is still completely
wonked,
bad. I don't know.
get rid of it. Like, I mean, people don't
No.
need voice to things that
I think
bad.
I think it's going to be very important. That's why. I'm not concerned about it because eventually we'll do it, but just for now.
So allow me to go on some assumptions here. Let me assume some things, if you don't mind. What I assume is that vibe coding is significantly faster at writing code because, you know, there's a lot of intricacies that are difficult about writing code. Like, you know, there's just like a lot of characters, a lot of lines, a lot of bullshit. And so therefore that's where, similar to ChatGPT, I give it raw bullshit. It, you know, pumps out better stuff faster. Is that the main benefit that you've seen so far in the vibe code process? And if you wanted to take the reins, let's say around something like voice to thing, it's like, okay, let's find where in this code they're trying to make it work it's not, and then what can I write in order to improve that or fix that?
Yes.
Cool. I hope you aren't taking any of these as, you know, as anything but curious, because I'm genuinely just curious. And I'm sure a lot of other people watching are too. All right, what else to show and tell?
I think I did some.
Any things?
I think the design was pretty bad around this.
That's
and
good.
It also does.
That's looking really good.
The keyboard always hides when you start typing. It does. It doesn't like, at least the pressing enter. I mean, it's still not good, but at least it doesn't.
Yeah. No. I'd say that's looking pretty good.
Expand.
I also want to go as I want to make sure to emphasize I'm really liking this thing design. Like, it's a little crazy, obviously, giving each thing its own, you know, backdrop, but I kind of love it. Like, it helps explain writing things down a little bit better.
Yeah, I would be interested to like, this would look a little funky.
Yeah, it would, unless any baller. Why, you know, am I cooking over here or am I cooking over here? Anything with a tab would just be a part of one card, I think.
Oh.
Right? Friday would just be one big card.
I mean, maybe. I don't know what that would look like if I were like, I did this stuff a lot. Like, I would move things like this. So I'm not sure what that all would entail. I don't know. It's a.
All right.
We don't gotta be. We don't have to know what we're doing yet.
No, absolutely not. Can I take this moment to emphasize I love writing things down in twos. I really, really, really like twosap.com.
A mí también.
I was using it all weekend.
Spanish for you in Spain.
Used it. Can I show and tell? Can I show and tell? Sorry, you may have broken up there. I imagine that the answer was yes.
Yes. Sorry, I was reading the chat.
Read the chat, and I'll get my show and tell pulled up. I got a pretty decent amount of show and tells today. I'll try and make them quick, but I really like them. So that's life. What's the chat saying?
Chris is just talking about the splitting up of things. He thinks that the current design does that well.
That the current design does do well. The modularity. Okay. I like that. As you said, we don't need to know what we're doing quite yet, but I do like, I like the similarities that it has. I also like the differences.
Small if false? I don't even know what that means. Small if false?
It's the opposite. It's the opposite of big if true.
Big if true? Small if false?
Big if true is like, I'm happier when it's sunny outside. Big if true. Nino's just being a little troll in the YouTube chat.
Do you want me to change the view for your show and tell?
Sure, why not? I don't want to take too long of your time. Because we're all here to watch you. We're all here to watch you cook.
But you want this one or this one?
I do have. Give me. Or it depends. Are you going to be paying attention? Do you want to pay attention? Do you want to react, or do you want me to just speak to?
I'm going to pay attention. I want to see.
All right.
Give it to us, Twos Joe.
Here we go. Let me set the tone for our first show and tell. And I actually had a little bit of a limiting thought earlier today around this show and tell. On June the 22nd at 12:37 a.m., user Crystalline in the Discord dropped debatably the most powerful testimonial I have ever read for twosap.com. It literally brought me to tears. It literally made my chest heavy. And it also inspired a new thought that really effed me up, Twosballer, but I'm excited to hear if you're equally effed up. So let's just quickly read Crystalline's testimonial, because I think it's an extremely valuable thing, and I think we can clip it for socials because people need to hear this. I'll also abbreviate.
Yeah, it's a long guy.
I'll abbreviate. Don't worry. I downloaded Discord purely in the hopes of communicating with the developers of this app for how thrilled I am to have discovered it. It's absolutely transforming my life, my productivity, my mind, and my anxiety for the better. I have severe ADHD and several other significant mental health diagnoses that impact my memory, cognitive processing, and executive functioning greatly. Important information, tasks, and events just slip through the cracks in my mind constantly, and this has often contributed to terrible chaos in my life. Missed deadlines, forgotten appointments, disappointed loved ones, unfulfilled goals, unrealized personal potential. I joke sometimes it's like having a permanent low-end dementia, but I really can't overstate what a beast it is trying to succeed in such an information-dense adult world where you can't trust your brain to store any of that information properly. This is the last sentence I'll read. Like many others with this challenge, I've tried what feels like every note-taking app and planning system out there, from my iPhone's built-in offerings to powerful systems like Notion and elaborate bullet journaling, just to carry out just as well as carrying little notepads throughout the day. No method has ever stuck until twos.
Gang.
So that's what we've got. We've got a great testimonial about someone who used to struggle with information overload and the difficulty of processing all of these things going on in their lives. And so the fact that she was able to see, like what we're trying to accomplish with twos and just managing these little bits of our lives and how valuable that is, especially to ADHD people, it made me literally so happy I could cry, and I did. And yeah, like it's just those comments are the ones that like really make this journey so fruitful, regardless of, any additional accolades, because it's like to think that people are out there having that experience, and probably a lot more than just one who was, willing and able to send a message in Discord, means the world, means the absolute world. Any thoughts on that, Baller, before I move on to one last show and tell that is related to this show and tell?
I just thought that she articulated it very well.
That allows me to share my limiting thought. Did you notice the amount of M dashes in the post initially? I'm a little bit afraid that this was written by AI.
Really? I
mean, the M dashes, man. The M dashes always get me.
M dashes?
The long dash.
She had sent it to me via email first.
My hope is that like she may have put in some raw thoughts into ChatGPT and then said, make this, make sense. And so then it still kind of plays, but it definitely is very, very AI polished, if you will.
I don't think so.
Anyway, I you know what? What's it called? Pandora's box or Schrodinger's cat? I'm not opening the box. I don't care whether
she used 2 M dashes.
AI or not.
Oh, no, you're right. She used 2 in the second paragraph too.
And a lot of perfect formatting. You know what I mean? Like, except for maybe like iPhone. Anyway. Okay. The last show and tell that I have, and then it's the Parker show, the Baller show. We're ready for Baller. Baller. Seth's blog this morning.
Yep.
Did you read it?
I did read it.
Big scale, big impact. Baller, just because Tuesday's been talking a little bit, would you mind telling everyone a little bit about Seth Godin, who he is, how you got turned on to him, what the story is there?
Yeah, Seth Godin is a writer. He writes about marketing. He's a marketing guy. He has been publishing a blog every day, I think for like over 10 years. They vary in length. Wow. Sometimes they're very long. Sometimes they're like a line. But I get it. I'm subscribed. I get it in my email every morning. It comes around 5, 6 a.m. But it's fantastic. And this morning's he's written like 20 books too. A lot of them are very short. I've read a few of them.
One of them was recommended to me recently. One of them was like, yo, have you read this Seth Godin book? And I was like, no, but I've been getting his blog for a year. Like, tell me,
Seth
I love to hear that he's looking out there.
I'm not sharing
yeah,
screen.
That's the guy.
I'm not sharing. Do I want to change?
Got it. No.
This morning's was about like how you get to big impact. You don't get to big impact by like targeting everyone,
failing upwards,
and then only winning a small portion, which is interesting because they do the shoot for the stars. You'll end up on the moon or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But rather it's
cliches.
Go very small, satisfy those people, and then get those people to tell other people. Um, I liked maybe it was yesterday's. Yeah, I liked yesterday's.
Remembering
But this one's
Torward better. Read yesterday's and I'll read today's, and then I'll tell you, obviously where the fuck I think I'm going with this. Respectfully. Down? Do you want to read yesterday's? No?
Yeah, I can read yesterday's.
Do it. You liked it. I like it. We're here.
It's called Perfect. It says, nothing is perfect, but everything can get better. There's never enough time, but there's time enough to make a difference. Someone will always be opposed to the change we seek to make, and there's always someone who wants to help. Anything can happen, but something will. Just get started. Just
I love
keep
that
going.
power.
Here we go.
The one that I want to show and tell is from today, and I think it is particularly fateful that it is directly related to the testimonial that I just read. This one is titled Big Scale, Big Impact. The Beatles changed music, Starbucks changed coffee. Perhaps your project is aiming to reach a large audience. I wonder what that might be about. Consultants call it market share. What percentage of the available market have you reached with your idea? Not one hits everyone. No one hits everyone, but many organizations seek to be a monopoly or perhaps noticeable in scale. This flies in the face of embracing the smallest viable market. When we're seeking scale and market share, we need to think about everyone. We need to aim for the middle, sand off the edges, and become the normal, practical, popular choice. Along the way, hardworking leaders think, hey, if we shoot for 40% market share and end up with 3%, we'll still be fine. The thing is, you don't need to get 3% of the market share by trying for 40% and failing. You get there by embracing the 1% and doing such a good job that the word spreads. The smallest viable audience gives you focus, traction, and positive direction. The smallest viable audience takes humility, guts, and responsibility. Instead of seeking to fail your way to enough, it makes more sense to commit your way to better. Mic drop. So Seth, marketing guy, Two's guys, big dreams, building the best place to write things down. Two's baller. What if I told you that I thought that we needed to ADHD the fuck out of twosapp.com and get that silly little market in here, let them know that we'll help be the wheelchair for their brain, lay into that, narrative, and just see if we can't build the best ADHD note app in the world. And then, we'll have our Instagram whiskey pivot. It'll be like, oh, it's not just for people with ADHD. It's actually for everybody.
Maybe. Depends on what it looks like.
I think it is playing into everything that we know works well with people with ADHD, the speed, the ease, simplicity, so on and so forth. But I think it's also being a little bit more particular about our narrative. Like, hey, ADHD person, this app was built for you for these reasons. You will see these benefits because of your ADHD, and we will continue to improve it, regardless of systems or symptoms or whatever it may be. We can merely leave this as like a, thought nugget, but when I say like it was like one of those ideas that like kept me up at night, I started, I, was ready.
Oh, the message?
Kind of. So literally, I'm not kidding you. And like, you've read a lot of Seth's blogs, like,
Oh, you're talking about Seth's blog. That came this morning. He didn't.
Well, no. So hear me out. when I read the testimonial,
Yeah.
I immediately wrote down, and I quote, "Star, we are running towards ADHD." That's what I wrote down.
Only took
We are
5
running
years.
with ADHD, rather. And then Seth's blog came through, and it said, and I quote, and what I especially liked from it, "The smallest viable audience takes humility, guts, and responsibility."
I did like that.
I think we've got to gut up and be like, you know what? There's a hell of a lot more than 2,000 daily active ADHD people. So I feel pretty confident that if we were to lean into that, we could blow up. We can get it going. Wedge.
Yeah.
How many people in the chat have ADHD? Let's see some brain emojis. If you in the chat feel like you've got the ADHD. And Baller, that's all I had to show and tell. We'll let it be a thought nugget for now, because similar with the design, we don't need to create all of our grandiose plans right now. So I'm excited to continue to build the best place to write things down, but I do think it is extremely important that we pay attention to how many people come in and say, "I have ADHD and I love this app."
You know you don't need to say that to me.
I know. I'm saying it to the people. I'm not saying it to you.
Android boys are staring at us, apparently. Ninja's got
Why?
ADHD? I don't know.
I don't
That's
whether
just what-
he's just participating in the I would say that his tweets give me neurospicy sometimes. He seems like he's a big thinker. But he also could just be supporting the Twos guys and their endeavors of getting the chat engaged.
Waffle but sad. All right.
All right. Here we go.
So the thing that I haven't done that I need to do is hook up to our API. Now, that really is only effective when we're logged in or have a user going.
Well, but sad.
Hey.
You gotta close the chat. I'm gonna get distracted by it. Hook up the API. Tell the dum-dums at home.
Who doesn't like to hook up?
Not one of.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I've never said no to a hookup. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
What does that mean for the dum-dums at home that are not? That's definitely not me.
Just connect to it. Just be able to make requests, create things, delete things,
save things, send things.
Yeah. So what I was thinking about, and I'm down to vibe on whatever you want to vibe on, but I was potentially thinking we could do some sort of like login flow or something like that. Now, even with that, I probably won't hook it up. It'll probably just be like UI related things. But we could potentially talk about what we want to do for like a login flow. Or
I don't hate that.
Anything else. We can do whatever we want to do, honestly. And whatever you want to vibe on, whatever you feel compelled to create. But that was an idea. I will have to do login, probably. Unless I hard code a user.
Helps. What if we were to like think about the future just a tidge here, like in the future? You know what? That kind of just answered my own question. In the future, if we want this version of Twos to be functional, then you will need to be able to log in to it. And therefore, it's kind of like a blocker if we don't have login. So we should probably log in.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying? Like, we could live without voice to text, but we can't really live without login.
Sure.
So lead us, oh wise baller.
So login flow, you'll need to get there somehow. We don't force login or sign up initially. Where would you like the login button to appear? Should we create a side menu?
Oh wow, we don't even have a side menu yet. We just have a theoretical side menu.
I just put a button.
You know what
we don't even necessarily need that button. What's up?
Yeah, no, not at all. You know what I love especially is that our current login sign up like on mobile is just so bad. It's just two giant buttons on the top of the side menu that are like so out of place related to like the rest of the design.
Well, they're honestly, it's honestly partially a good design because it makes people like take action on it. Like you wouldn't want to leave those buttons
have those freaking buttons there. Yeah, I love that. I was thinking, so the only thing that I was going to suggest other than the possibility of creating the side menu and, putting buttons back up at the top of some capacity, and I'm excited to see what the, Vibe designs, obviously. But is it possible that we would just want to put this blue helper text right next to list headers? Like, yo, you're not logged in. You should do that. Like, or something, or like, should it be we don't force it by any means, but should we make it highly suggested by putting it on like the first screen, like somewhere in the UX UI?
I mean, it sounds a little crazy, but tell me what you're thinking. Like you want it there?
My first thought was just right next to helper, right next to the header, theoretically is what I was thinking today.
I think that the header will change.
/sign up.
Because we need like list actions and things. But maybe. I mean, for now, we can put it there.
I'm also just trying to save us a little bit of stress with the side menu.
Will it be only on today, or will it be with any of these?
I think any. I
don't know. I don't know if we have enough space there.
You know what I was also thinking, just while we're looking at it, should we abbreviate the day titles?
Sure.
Fry, Sat, Thur.
Let's see what it does. Tomorrow, yesterday. Wow. It's good. It's good at doing things. All right. Now. Oh.
What'd you say? I didn't.
It's good. It does well. Does good things. Can you add sign up login button next to the today header or all day headers?
All day headers.
What do you want for the view? Would you like it to be a modal? Would you like it to be a separate view that it pushes on?
I still think that, I don't want this to be something that is just so dumb that I'm just so dumb, but the internal browser seems to be the most common login flow that I've seen on apps that I've been using lately. Does that make sense? That looks pretty good, honestly.
I think, well, I think we just need to be, yeah, whatever.
So I have a question about that before we continue. Is the reason like that a lot of apps do that, is it because it is easier or, like more customizable to create a sign up flow from browser as compared to in-app?
I don't know exactly what you're talking about because I don't think that they actually start like that. I think that's more like after you press the login with Google button and then it does that. Because like you first will need to pick how you want to sign up, I believe.
Say that one more time.
I don't think it all happens in a browser. Why do they use the browser? Because I think the platforms that they use enable to log in use them. But I don't think
Yeah.
that that's true. Like I don't know if I've seen an Apple login in browser.
Okay.
I think it's
Okay.
just
Maybe,
Google, and if you don't
is it
use
possible that you
that,
don't need, yeah, is it possible that you don't need an Apple login option on browser?
oh, I'm talking in-app currently.
I know, but what they do is if I'm in my, let's call it TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And I click login sign up. And I know that TikTok is a pretty bad example because they do the sign up flow in app, but let's just say that they didn't. It then pops up a mobile browser, which just takes me through the sign up flow as if I'm on Chrome. My question is like, there must be some reasoning.
They just don't want to
behind
rewrite the
that.
code. They don't want to rewrite the code specifically for the app.
Okay.
They can use the web
Okay.
app's login flow on every account if they just put up a web wrapper or whatever it's called. Web.
Okay, cool.
Something.
And that doesn't help you at all. It doesn't make anything better, easier, faster, stronger with the sign up flow.
I mean, not currently because we haven't built web. We can work on web
Okay,
if you'd like
cool.
to work on web.
Cool. So then, not for, I don't know. Okay, then my answer to your question would probably be not a modal, probably a pop-up, probably a bottom sheet, I think. Like a
Yeah, I
full
think it is.
screen,
React Native
like
Web Nino.
slide up.
I think that's a modal. Like the move modal.
Yeah.
A bottom sheet is just a bottom sheet.
Yes, like the move modal.
So modal. You said not modal, not a modal. Which is why I'm asking. I'm going to hook up the API after today's session. So we should be able to like log in and see things hopefully by tomorrow.
That's
interesting.
Awesome.
They're going full frontal on us. They removed the login button though. Interesting. Yeah, a dialogue is a modal. It's like a page sheet, maybe is what it's called. I think I've seen modal libraries use that. They removed the login button. I can't even. Also, separate monitor
All right, I gotta log
has
back
been
in.
ordered.
I've been getting.
We'll have a.
I gotta lock in.
You've got to lock in.
I gotta lock in. I got so distracted because I'm low on the blood McSugar because I didn't get a chance to eat my sandwich before we started. But that's no excuse. That's my problem. That's not all of the people who are watching us and are counting on us as problem. Like, geez, Louise, Joe, get over yourself.
Okay, here we go.
Get over yourself.
What happens? Hey, yo! How do you like them apples?
Hey, yo! I like it! I like it a lot, baby! I mean, look at them apples right there, brother. It's a little weird.
Good.
Like,
hey, yo! What?
It's a little weird that it like is creating like a discoloration in the background, but like it's clear that it's like sliding up. I don't hate it.
It's an
a little
overlay.
crazy though.
It looks great.
All right, so now call me crazy, baller, but something that people have been talking a lot about on the onlines is we need to separate the email and the password part. Just email, give it to me, keep it simple, stupid. Then great, we recognize your motherfucking email. Password, please. And if we don't, then we're like, we don't have you. Right? It improves the experience of both logging in and signing up because you don't have to put in both and like question which one is right or wrong. You just ask the back end, hey, do we have an account for this person? Great. Let's push to their email.
Well, I think we're also gonna
password. And
we're also probably gonna
do phone.
Can you have...
Yeah, so but I think the design remains the same, is that we either need to put in email or phone number first, and then if there's an associatable number or if there's an associated account with it, then second. I had another thought recently that kind of blew my mind. You want to hear it?
What's up?
The two most unique identifiers for human beings: social security number, phone. Because like we only have one phone number and everybody has a unique phone number. How crazy is that? Social security number and phone. Hell yeah.
What's that, Senor Nino?
Nice baller. You're crushing it. You're crushing it.
Welcome back, baby. We will want to park@2job.com. Don't spam me. I mean, that's...
Send everybody quick. Send baller an email telling him.
Do we're also gonna want like Google, Apple, whatever else.
I mean,
do we want those other ones? Like, what do we want?
To be
we don't have to do everything
baller.
right now, but like, do we want to do that? Email.
You said you kind
of
you struggled with it. You struggled on label it, right?
I hate it. It's the death of me. Or
So let's not do that then. Let's
Delightful.
definitely not do that.
Well, I
And
mean,
as far as email versus phone, I think it's email or phone. One box, not two boxes. Email or phone.
we're gonna cause issues for people because people sign up. People have historically signed up with email for twos. And if then they go to phone, but they haven't had a phone, might cause some issues. Whatever.
The reason I like it the most, though, is that it just allows us to set up the integrations through WhatsApp and text faster.
Yeah, the thing that's going to be potentially a challenge is what platform do we need to use in order to send text messages to any country?
I think Brevo.
Emails more universal, I think.
Christian, let me answer that question for you, buddy. Christian said, "Is this going to be 2's V2 to replace the current app?" This is 2's V4. If you were here for the first 3 streams, you would know
Wow,
that.
look at this,
Maybe.
Joey.
I'm just kidding.
This is crazy.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wait,
I'm
no,
kidding.
I'm not
I like
talking about
V2.
yours. You're good.
I'm good.
No, it's
We're
V4.
cooking. That's actually not terrible, but I don't love it. Christian, this is V4, and while we are experimenting with the vibe code and trying to get it all set up and trying to get it working appropriately, no, we will not be making any changes to the 2's app as it is. We are going to release this in beta to test flight and potentially to the Play Store, but like we'll be pretty clear about what it is and where it is for the people who want to help us test it. 2's V3 will remain the same until we feel confident that we're ready to move over.
The only reason why I know VK app is you can like illegally download albums and books and stuff from it.
Cool. We love illegal things.
Okay, I think this looks good. Do we even need a? Do we even need a separate login or sign up?
Yes.
Though? These are the things I don't totally understand.
Actually, maybe not. I think this is like so simple and so clear. Just for the sake, like, because we're here, because we're looking. What's Nina saying? Yes, LOL to VK app. Just while we're here, I think change the helper text to you@email.com, just because then that helps, make it shorter. And I think maybe take the +1 away. I think just.
Well, some people need that.
Do they? Do we? Like, or yeah, I don't know.
It differentiates. If you don't put the country code, then you might have the same number, potentially. I'm not sure. Wait, what did you say?
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah. Or are they shorter? You@email.com? Just a couple characters less.
Oh. I don't know. These are.
Yeah, that's tiny. I mean, I the only, and then maybe make the number not all 5s. I don't know. Don't care. I'm good. That was great. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I can't hook this up right now, so are you pleased with the design?
I'm very pleased. Very, very pleased. And I also like the idea of us using that pill for other things in the top right corner when it's relevant.
I think
Tune
the
in.
design's gonna change. I think it's potentially unlikely that this will even stay here.
Yeah, fine. I like it. I like where it is for now. I will not
Alright.
apologize. Kind of reminds me of Instagram, lol. Hey, us too. Except for we won't sell for 1 billion. We're holding out for 2.
All right.
Did
Anything
that get a
next?
smile, baller? I didn't get a chance
No.
to see
No.
if that got a smile. No smile. Go F yourself. It's okay.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
This
Yeah. What are you doing? Speak to us. Speak to the people.
I want to be able to close out the keyboard by clicking around. I can't do it currently. I need
That
to
would be
hit the
great.
X button.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
What do they refer to that as? Keyboard dismiss.
Can we vibe code our entire app?
I've actually been thinking about that. It's good comment here. It honestly should be.
Sure.
Can we vibe code the best place to write things down?
Ooh. Yeah. We
But-
definitely need that. That's what we
But
need.
the SEO probably is better for entire app potentially. I'm not sure.
I wonder how many, if anyone, has stumbled on the live stream just from
Organically.
poking around the old YouTube. Yeah. And
What
then
up,
we
Fred?
doing a good job to
Fred.
make them.
New
Fred
profile pic.
be profiling over there? Nice.
Wow,
Nice
look
job,
at that! Look at that background.
cursor. Look at how good that is.
Yeah, the Discord be nice.
Discord.
What
Dude,
the
I
heck is
actually
this
changed one of-
about?
Yeah, what is that, baller? Come on. Whoa.
It's dismissal.
Where does it come up with this shit? You know? That's my question. Did I tell you I found my beard brush?
No.
Beard comb, I guess, technically. I'm
No.
very happy about it.
Did you doing any exploring this weekend into your new country?
That's a great question. I got super wine drunk on Saturday night while I was exploring.
Like at a
I
wine
went
bar?
out to get
Or you just get a bottle?
every bar is a wine bar in Spain, I would say. And what happens is you go from cafeteria to cafeteria, and you go in and you say un vino tinto, which just means red wine. You don't tell them what kind of red wine. You don't tell them which red wine, and they go, okay. They put a glass cup on the counter and gluk, 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 gluk. And then they charge you €2 for it. So I just went from bar to bar, hopping around, experiencing all, the beach town had to offer.
That sounds lovely.
And by the time I was done, I was trying to order a taco from the local restaurante, and let's just say they had to politely ask me to, quit my shenanigans. Politely.
Why you were acting a fool?
let's just say I went up to the counter and was like, I think I already paid, and then they turned around the camera that they had been like, just
Watching
going
you
back
on?
and forth on, and were like, no, you definitely didn't. And I was like, okay, whatever, guys. I'll pay
Jeez.
the $7 again. Whatever.
The world may never know. All right. What else should
It
we
was
do?
that was great, Baller. Good job.
Senior.
I'm genuinely pumped.
Thank
Let's look at
you.
the list.
Thank you, Touche Joey.
Let's take a look at the list.
We could do
Um,
we could do a maybe we could start adding some of these guys, or like
I like that.
doing something
I like
for
that a
that.
lot.
Oh,
Yeah. It's pretty close. Oh, that's not.
that's
close.
crazy that that's what they do.
Yeah. Again,
That
not
they, like,
terrible.
automatically
Not
create it.
terrible because think about this conceptually, like it kind of just goes into the list. It just goes immediately in the list, and then it's your job to go in, tap it, and edit it. To add the to do to it.
Yeah, but our editing looks horribly right now.
Do we want to fix that? You want to fix the editing?
Sure.
I kind of like this.
Sure.
Like, should we put the save icon
I have been,
in line?
Ooh, I have been.
Spit it out, buddy. What have you been?
I've been doing more thinking about vibe coding just in general, and how like the purpose of it is literally to vibe, to literally just build and create and make changes just completely without almost thinking, just like whatever feels like needs to happen, which I think we do a good job of. But
I love it, Baller. You're in a safe place to vibe. You
Thing.
are, it is you.
Editing
It's you, me.
looks a little.
It's you, me, and
weird.
thousands of our closest friends.
The check and X to save or cancel. Let's just automatically save. New text doesn't match what? Do you like the styling of it? Do you like the highlighting of it, or no? Probably not.
I don't. I don't.
I also wanted to tell them not to show the new thing while we're editing an existing thing. Nice. Heyo. Es no bien.
What is no bien? No bueno? No bien? By the way, another little show and tell here. My desk chair is on the verge of collapse. So, like, if I fall on live stream, don't say I didn't warn you, because I'm gonna fall. Guaranteed.
May use the restroom
Again,
real
the
fast.
sorry is so funny. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm apologizing for a mistake that it made. There you go. I apologize for the misunderstanding. See what it did, Joey?
Hey,
I'll be right
hey,
back.
AI overlord. Okay, great. All right, quick. Now that Two's Baller's gone, everyone talk all the shit you want in the chat because he will never see it. Anything that we need to pin so far? Anything that we need to pin? Hmm. You know what, Fred? I'm feeling a little cocky today. So yeah, let's just go ahead and pin the compliment of Joe's beer. Why not? Who says no? Don't give me the reins if you don't want me to steer. Know what I'm saying? Did everyone have a good weekend? 2 wonderful Tuesdays. Did anyone do anything that made them feel good that they want to share with the class? Waffle but sad. What'd you do this weekend? Did you hang out? Did you vibe? Make any friends? Holy crap, I forgot about the 41-mile hike. Fred, that's crazy. That's such an exciting hike. Did you take good pics? Write anything down in twosUp.com? These are the questions that people are asking. I gotta watch more live streams by like Aiden Ross or Kai Sanat to understand, like, what are we doing? Like, what are we really doing here? Should we watch a video together? Should we play tic-tac-toe? I kind of want to improve my backdrop. I feel like I'm literally live streaming from a prison cell, which, depending on who you ask, is partially true. "19 hours, 41 miles. That is an impressive feat.
You.
Baller also survived. Baller, Fred did his 41-mile hike on Friday.
Wow, let's go.
19 hours.
So I was actually thinking about that. When do you sleep? Does it just impact your sleep for a day?
Wow, that's a great question. How are you feeling? How are the legs after the chomp system?
See, I struggle internally answering that question because I don't want to be a complainer and complain a bunch. But my legs had never hurt more in my entire life. I am recovered. I ran yesterday and felt great, but my my legs I had never been more tired, exhausted, I think, in my entire life. Other than like sleep deprivation, but like from a physically exerting myself perspective, that was crazy. And here we go, nine this week.
That's great.
We'll see how that goes.
Wow. Fred said that he started at 5:30 a.m. and finished at 12:30 a.m. Saturday morning, then slept like a baby.
Wait, I gotta read that. I didn't process. Let's go, baby. That's amazing, dude.
Yeah, it's so cool. So cool.
Did you sleep in a... Thank you, Fred. Did you sleep in a tent? Or in a house?
I had a similar question. Baller, can we get you chopping on something? What are we chopping on? We got the highlighting color issue sorted. What now?
Sorry, I'm nice. I mean, honestly, it doesn't look that bad. I'm currently trying to get it. Okay, nice. Did it just do that? No. Let's see. New things. The editing isn't working.
My latency is really bad, so I'm not really seeing what you're seeing.
Okay, yeah. So you got picked up and then you slept at home. I was wondering if you like finished at 12:30 and set up a tent. New to-dos? Sorry, it's still not saving. Is Joe frozen? Oh, I never got to say my thought that I had in the bathroom. You know how you're supposed to treat other people how you want to be treated?
Yeah.
It's going to be expanded to treat people and AI the way that you would like to be treated. Or treat people and robots the way that you want to be treated.
Ethan, I'd love to answer your question while Baller stays focused on not the chat, because Baller needs to be vibe coding and I need to be interacting. First and foremost, thank you for checking out twozap.com, the best place to write things down. We are rebuilding for the sake of improving the speed and the React native libraries on Android, because we are blocked from putting out new updates until we update the libraries. So instead of updating old libraries, instead we are vibe coding from scratch. We also see it as an opportunity to make the app more simple, more obvious, better onboarding, a reduction of overall features. So this is now the fourth time that we have torn it down and are building it back up. So yeah, we just kind of decided to go for it all instead of just a piece of it. Hopefully that answers your question. And if you'd be interested in sharing more initial thoughts or experiences, please feel free. I'm glad that you love the vibes, because I also love our vibes. Can everyone do me a huge favor in the chat? If you're here chatting it up, go and drop a like on the live stream so that we can pump this out to a wider audience. If you are liking the stream, then go ahead and like it on the UBTubi, because that way we will be able to get more viewers, get more users, get more twosers. Thank you for your consideration in this matter. Tom, yes, we are building. Baller, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong as I speak here. We are building this in React and React Native, which is in fact cross-platform. So while we are doing this all in an iPhone simulator, it should be pretty transferable over into Android as well. Was that all correct? Therefore, the silence, Baller?
Yeah, it was great. I was wondering where Nino got the
Great.
Parker goon. Dude, why does it do that? Why does it... Ooh. Oh. Dude, something's happening. Everyone say a prayer.
Oh, you are my sunrise on the darkest days. Got me feeling some kind of way. Make me want to savor every moment slowly, slowly.
Don't make me mute you.
Can you name the song?
No.
Despacito. All right, Baller, damn. I'm muted. It's just you and me now. Chat. Baller's got to focus on writing words into the vibe code box. And we're going to let him. Larissa, what up? Welcome to the stream. Does Cursor AI save user memory? That's super interesting. I can't even pretend to answer that question. I would imagine yes. Baller, does Cursor AI save user memory?
To an extent. You can have like multiple chats history that it will do. Oh wait, so no. I think the answer is no. It will maintain chat history, and then it will have like a memory for the current chat, but you can see down here it says start a new chat for better results. At some point the chat has too much history, or it's just like slow or just bad, which is potentially some of the things that we're running into currently, and then you start a new chat. So what they tell you to do is create files that you can pass to like give it the context and give it the history that you're looking for, and then it'll consistently know what you want it to do versus not do. What up, Larissa?
Baller, do you have 5 minutes of stuff that you can jam on while I go heat up some lamb meat for sustenance?
Yes. And it's
Fantastic.
saving now, which I'm pumped about.
That's great. That's very exciting. I'll be right back.
Dude, what up? Okay, what am I gonna do right now? Let me voice it out loud. We have the editing working. The styling's still pretty poor, but that is okay. I'm just happy that it's saving edits. Those are great. Do we want to make this better so it doesn't just do this? Should I gotta turn off Joe's audio. I guess I can hear him. Hold on. Should I leave this? Alright. Will someone let me know when Joe's back? How do you refresh the simulator without triggering the shake action? What? I think it's just Expo being super good. Is that what you mean? Or I just press R. Watch this. No more things. Let's get some things in here. Can we? All right. When I click on those things, I don't want it to just create a thing. I want it to just focus in on the thing here with the special type. Like, that's pretty good. I don't know why it's automatically creating things. When we press the options from the plus button menu rather than just creating things, can we update the type for the new thing and focus in on the new thing, please? Yeah, I think it just does it, right? I think if I I guess it's in the capture bar. If I were to add like a period here, I guess it's gonna be doing it. Yeah, it just does it on save, which is electric. Can we also make it so that when we click outside of the new thing, it blurs or hides the keyboard? Apparently that only happens when the keyboard is up, but the keyboard isn't always up in the simulator. Who knows? Did you know you can make the cursor full screen and add a split view for the simulator on the right? I don't think I did. But then there'd be less room.
All right,
for the
baller,
code,
we
I
are
think.
back. We are back.
There's just
in
a lot of
action.
Screens, maybe. What did I do? Oh.
Joe's back. Why is everyone spamming Joe's back? Did I do something? Am I in trouble? Am I fired? That thumbnail will get some clicks.
Thank you, Nino.
Firing my co-founder live on YouTube.
No, the green circle on the window to enter full screen. Oh, this one?
Can he hear me?
I couldn't to start. What were you saying?
Maybe not.
I could still hear you through through Discord, so I muted you on Discord.
Oh, you could? My bad. Thank you. I was saying, why is everyone spamming Joe's back? And I said, am I in trouble? Am I fired? And I was like, that thumbnail would definitely get some clicks. Firing my co-founder on live stream.
I would. Should do that. I told my dad about the tattoos. My dad is so anti-tattoos.
About the what?
It's ridiculous.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Why is he anti-tattoos? I mean, maybe rightfully so, but I don't love it.
I don't know. He's so anti.
He just does. He doesn't understand.
Like the amount of judgment towards people with tattoos is redonkulous.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. It's gnarly.
Well, don't tell him about twos, Joe. I made a joke with someone recently. They were like, how many tattoos do you have? And I was like, if I took my shirt off, you would see nothing but tattoos. And I just thought to and they were like, really? And I was like, do I seem like that kind of guy? Do I seem like the guy that has just thousands of tattoos covered up by his t-shirt? Maybe. Why not? I'm a bad boy. People tell me I'm a bad boy.
You wish.
I'm having a I'm having a cream drink right now that somebody gave me on the street. So that's pretty fun.
Someone just gave it to you?
Milk drink. Yeah, milk drink. Can I show you my milk drink?
Yeah, I was just looking at you.
Check it out. Lacteado. Latteado. Sabor natural.
That's great.
One sip. Everybody knows the rules.
Oh, 100% is not his body. I was like, dude, chill out. We spent a lot of time
my God.
talking tattoos.
Baller.
What's up?
Baller.
What?
This tastes like I'm drinking melted ice cream. Like it just tastes like melted vanilla ice cream. How am I supposed to like read through the nutrition facts though to understand if this is like killing me because I'm enjoying it so much?
Yeah, how many azúcar?
Kcals, how many energies? How many azúcars?
Yeah.
Let's see how many azúcars. 12 Gs? 14% of my daily value?
That's light.
Okay, dope. 4.8 grams of fat. Man, I like that.
Okay.
You know, that actually would be a pretty funny company / drink. Like, literally, we melted ice cream and we put it in a bottle.
Nice, Ethan. Let's go. What up, Renee? Man, I had a great weekend. My parents were here. Lovely people. Some say the best. I say the best.
Dude, is Ethan a paid actor? Because, like, on God, what he literally just said is, like, so crazy. Can I read it to you, Baller?
I already read it.
The reminding to respond to people's messages?
Yeah, and saving that contact or whatever it was.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
Ethan, we are all ADHD here, except for Baller. Baller's the only normal one. Being normal in today's society is not good. It's just
Man, good luck, AI, with understanding that. Well, I think that's actually where the world's kind of moving to some extent. It's kind of like skate where the puck's going, not to where the puck is.
As it relates to
people are only
ADHD?
Probably going to be becoming more and more ADHD.
Oh, for sure, bro.
Dude, I've been watching a lot of Sam Altman interviews.
Yeah.
What did I want to say about that?
Please tell me something, because I think he's a smart guy.
I think the interactions with technology are going to be changing a lot. I'm not exactly sure what it all is going to be. I also think that I watched the Y Combinator interview with him. Elon did one too, but I'm pretty sure that he was wearing his new device on his necklace.
Oh wow!
During it, just
did it look?
Man, we're
cool.
We're doing great right now. Well, I think it was also in the video that he did with
Jeff.
Yeah.
Johnny F.
I think that Johnny was wearing it on his ear during that video. No.
Renee, Joni Ive, formerly Apple's designer, now OpenAI designer, and Sam Altman are teaming up to create a device-based ChatGPT /AI. So I think from what people are speculating, it's that it will take all of your words and things and turn it into something.
It's going to be essentially all AI based, and it's going to be watching, listening, doing all of that stuff in real time, so that it's basically like having like a personal best friend just sitting on your shoulder helping you with everything.
But only when you act on it.
It's gonna have full context of essentially everything. I don't know how you're gonna be able to tell it what is relevant and what's not relevant or things like that. It'll probably just somewhat know because it's smart. What up, Matty Mole?
There's a surprise for you, and I was about to say there's a surprise for you in the chat.
What up?
Matty Mole, are you on the East Coast, brother? Is that the reason that you're able to see it live? Because it's 5 a.m. in California.
He's not in California. He's in Nevada.
Oh,
sorry to out you like that.
Yeah, that was so rude of me.
That's perfect, though.
Ever implying.
Man, we love it. Let's give it a pat on the back. All right, Joey. We have, I think the majority of it is working how I want it to be working currently.
Talk to me. That makes me really freaking happy.
Other than this, but
I like the I like the focus on things when we're editing.
You like that?
Yeah, kinda. I mean,
I was just about to look into it and try to figure out how we can not do it.
it brings attention to the thing that you're editing.
Yeah, it's going to
right?
be AI recording everything. I was wondering how that's going to impact the way that you speak. Like, if you know that you're always being listened to.
How am I going to say all of the
Then do you have
curse
to, like,
words that I'm
watch
not
out with what
allowed
you're
to say
saying?
in public?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You know, the good thing about being the developer of an app, which, you could argue I am or am not, I write everything down in twosap.com. And so as long as Baller isn't reading my things, I feel really good about the security and the privacy of my deepest, darkest thoughts. Because I know for a fact that he's not selling them to Google. You know?
This is true. I'd be way richer.
That was good. I like that.
I mean, can you imagine?
What if you
how
were
rich
just a
I'd be?
sleeper cell? What if you were just a sleeper cell for Google? You left your job with Google so that you could build a startup, but in secret, you're actually Sundar Pichai's son, and you're excited to go back to the motherland with all of this raw, private Two's Joe data.
How much do you think they'd give me? Like 30 cents?
Yeah. How much is the collapse of my entire world worth to Google?
I don't know what you're writing down, but that sounds like some dangerous things. It's gonna collapse your entire world.
No.
All right. What do we want to do next? Something, man.
Something cool.
I mean, we are editing things. We have things editing. We're able to dismiss things. I kind of want to do these or add like dividers or something. Let me take a hot second. Man, people are already live streaming themselves all the time. They're called streamers. And let me tell you, boys, it's tiring. Joe, you have an 11:45 or a 5:45?
I do have a 5:45. It might even be a 5:30. It's with an investor.
I think it is 5:30.
Everybody in the chat, let's throw up some prayer hands for the investor conversation that I'm having, because hey, surprise, surprise, if Two's guys are building the best place to write things down, imagine how much faster and better we'd be able to do it with more people to help us build the best place to write things down. Yeah, it's a 5:30. It's a 5:30.
All right, so
Renee, I'll definitely take
45
that $2
minutos.
bill.
I might still. We said Renee.
Stay on it here.
Yeah. What do you want? What do you want me to do next? Search.
What do I want to do next, Baller? That is a great question. Let me take a look at the list.
Hey.
Can you throw that list up for the home team?
I kind of want some more bottom space.
I'm thinking, I got a couple of ideas. I'm thinking thing actions.
Man.
What's going on over there, King?
Oh, I thought I was about to give it some props for being really good at spacing, but no, never mind. Take it back. It was almost really good. You like thing actions? I think we need to move them then. I don't know. I kind of like them at the top, but I don't like to jump when you start.
Yeah, agreed.
So maybe move them to the bottom. Oh, wait. Thing actions, like when I'm editing this thing, we should have some actions here, or select actions. Is Joe still here?
I'm thinking select actions, because with select actions, then we like know for a fact that we have a methodology for people taking action on their things, and I actually don't know that I want thing actions. Yeah. I prefer one clear method to doing things, and selecting things so that they can do them would be nice. Renee wants us to build
tune in to day 7 for the Two's Joe versus Two's Baller fight on that concept.
Yeah, fight on thing actions versus select actions.
What do we want to build, Agentic?
Renee wants Two's to code. Renee wants Two's to act without her needing to be there. To which I say, kinda.
I don't even know what that means. Hold up. I've been on the dark mode, Matt, probably for maybe a year.
Ethan, I can answer your question about show completed things. That is a system-wide setting, but it will only apply to new days and lists that you create. So what that means is that for any days that you've already written a thing down or set a reminder for, it will not automatically toggle off. And for lists, it'll not automatically toggle off either. So it is manual for just the days and lists that have already been created within your twos.
Oh my gosh.
But the good news is that since you're relatively new to the system, it shouldn't be all of that much stuff.
Look at how good the AI is. Look how good that is.
Yeah, that's good, Baller. Like, let's freaking be honest. Those are good things. It's looking good. Let's ship it. Drop a twos in the chat if you want us to.
The login doesn't even work, but
I mean,
hey, wow! I just tried doing a keyboard shortcut.
A keyboard shortcut.
Didn't happen.
We saw it. You should add that. You should add that to the list. Keyboard shortcuts.
Keyboard shortcuts. Yeah. You're right. Okay. What's next? What select actions do we want? Anything? I'm gonna have to add more. We used to have a move button. No, we don't.
Yeah. What are the okay. Can you answer Ethan's question really quick to
Man, look at how he was wondering we have about so many actions. It's ridiculous. What up, Kane?
It's a lot of actions. We need less.
Sentence recap.
I like Tom. Tom is.
We're just making a move, baby.
Tom brings up a pretty good point.
Hold up.
I still don't think tag necessarily needs to be a select action though, because it just can be like something that you type into twos. But
I'm just gonna act like I didn't hear anything the past minute.
Tagging multiple
daily reminder.
So Ethan's asking about. Yeah. He's asking about show completed things, and I was explaining that it will only apply to old things.
So I have a daily reminder set to repeat. Sorry, this is what we're doing, but this is what we're doing. A daily reminder set to repeat every day. So in theory, if I delete that daily reminder, then re-add, the following days will be set to false?
His main question is that because he has a reminder set for daily, will that make it such that all of his show completed things false will have to be manual? He'll have to manually turn off show completed things where his daily reminder is present. But I don't think that's the case because I think it only schedules one day forward, right?
They're unrelated. The show completed things is a list
The-
setting. It will have nothing to do with the daily reminder. That's a thing.
So you whenever somebody's already created a day and then they want show completed things off, right?
Yep.
Then you have to do it manually if you've already written a thing down on that day or on that list.
If you want it to be different, if you want it to be different, if you want it to be, it will show completed things by default. You can change it for the list, or you can change the user setting, which will only apply to new lists.
He did that. That's why we're trying to land the plane here.
Okay.
He has already done that as a user setting, and so now we're trying to figure out how many days he'll have to manually turn it off because of the daily repeating reminder.
Only days that already exist. If they're new days being created.
Which are what? On the basis of the reminder. How many days exist because he has a daily repeating reminder?
Depends on how many days he's written things down for in the future.
Okay, but the reminder won't work.
It has nothing to do with the reminder. Again, it only has to do. It's a list setting.
Okay, I think that makes sense.
It has nothing to do with the reminder. The reminder is just a thing.
But by putting a thing on future days, you are creating a day.
Yes.
But is a reminder actually on those days, or is it just a reference to a thing? All right, Ethan,
it's a good question.
Get us
I don't
off
have
of this.
the answer to that.
Okay, there we go. Ethan, to get us off of the damn subject, my recommendation would be just manually turning it off whenever you notice it, and maybe report back. Let us know if by removing the reminder and doing that process over again, it works, and or when you are able to notice it automatically working without manually doing it. Okay, Tom is being extremely helpful in the chat.
Yeah, I know.
He's
I'm following.
Going through something very similar to what we're going through. Kane, here's your one sentence recap. We have things. We have selecting things. We have our login sign up flow. We have, what else do we have? We have a better experience with writing new things down. We can edit things. We can reorder things. And now we are selecting and acting on things. Yeah, it was pretty good.
It is pretty nice. Oh.
Thank you, Kane. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. you missed one more very important recap. Actually, Kane, I think you were the guy who initially was like pretty hot and heavy on the ADHD stuff. We had another testimonial come in that was very heavily ADHD related. So it seems like that is a target market of people that really, really like twos. And so all we are thinking about is, can we make it more ADHD centric? And would that help us get a small wedge of a very large pie? Someone mentioned me in Discord. Let's see. Ashish. You liked the waiting to wait thing type joke?
Oh, I almost threw up a little bit in my mouth when
Twos Joe wants there to be 3 thing types. Ashish comes in and says, how about 18? It's like, you know what? Honestly, not a bad call.
They're so funny. If Matty Cuss is still here, I want to hear if he's using cursor nowadays.
Ooh.
He was the big VS Code guy with the Copilot.
Look at how great this is, man. We're writing things down.
Why does it? It's supposed to still give me the select action.
Select
though.
circle.
It just said that it was going to do it.
Despacito.
Dude, that's crazy. These guys are crazy.
Tell me. Who's crazy? Are we crazy? Am I crazy? Who's crazy?
Oh, I can see clearly.
I'm gonna go.
It looks.
I'm gonna go.
Like.
I'm gonna go complete my lunch with 2 singular
editing state where you've consumed so much dairy. Where it then shows the text and that condition does not have the show select button code in it.
Did the chat hear my fart noise? My fart joke?
Let's just always show the select button and remove any logic around show select button.
We've got some Baby Bell rico en proteína. Ooh, 5.2 grams of proteína in each cheese wheel? Wow.
Dairy does have a lot of protein. I bet you there was a...
Does it really?
If you still have your bottle, let's try to figure out how many grams of protein in that ice cream drink.
What if I told you it was 6.9 Grammys?
That'd be surprising. I would think that would have a little bit more. Maybe like 10.
I was hoping the same. It's about.
All right, we got the
14,
select
15.
buttons back.
Let's go.
We're vibing.
The haters are literally so furious at how
And they're
hard you're
removing
vibe
that.
coding
We
over
love
there.
that. Good on you. There you go.
Chat, how quickly do you think I can unwrap and eat one of these cheese wheels? One of these protein cheese wheels. This is the kind of action that you tune in to the Twos Guys live stream for. In seconds, how fast can I unwrap and eat 5.9 grams of protein? Fred with the first guess, 20 seconds. 20 seconds is the going guess.
You got a clear mouth or just put it in your mouth? Because that'd be like 2.3 seconds.
2.3. No, I gotta eat it. It's gotta go down the gullet. 17.3 seconds.
I've got 12
got
seconds. 10, 12.
12 seconds for baller.
Yep.
12.
What does the wrap look like?
Baller. It's a little wax wrap.
Yeah, 12 seconds.
You know the wax wrap.
Should I
12
pull
seconds,
up
13
a
seconds
timer?
Yeah, please throw the timer on the screen. Let's get one more guess in the chat and then count me down, and I'm gonna start hucking cheese. And just to be clear, it has to be completely swallowed by my gullet.
Are you going to be trying to do it as fast as possible?
Yes, the goal is to do it as fast as possible.
Go.
All right, count me down. Enough of the games, twos guys.
3.
Let's see some cheese get swallowed.
I'm gonna 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
Got it.
3,
Ready.
2, 1, go.
All right, we got the first piece off. Cheese done. Baller. I mean, like, did we live with each other for 4 years, or did you just get this on the money?
I mean, I think I'm over, so potentially Nino wins, but
Yeah, Price is Right. Price is
Okay.
Right rules would have you be wrong.
that was an electric.
I mean, that's, this is the kind of stuff that you tune into the live stream for. You can't get this kind of action anywhere else.
What did I want to do here? Okay, Joe, we have some select actions. What else do you want? Anything?
God, typing just is so not right, right? Instead of it saying thing, or instead of it saying selected, let's make that. Yeah. Instead of it saying selected, let's make it say things. 2 things. You know what I'm saying?
I think we need.
No. Move these 2 things. Change these 2 things.
But don't you need to know that you're selecting?
You know what I'm saying?
Don't you need to have some?
No. Chat, do we need to? Renee, it's okay. There will always be another random invasive thought in Two's Joe's mind where you will have the opportunity to win. We honestly should have made that a contest. How quickly can Two's Joe suck down Cheese Wheel? Winner gets all my equity in twos. So, like, 0.3%. I'm a paid actor. I actually have no involvement in the twos journey. I'm literally just a vibes
He's
guy.
an hourly employee.
I'm a VA. I'm AI.
Look what they did,
I am
Jay.
the real twos. Hell yeah. All right, fine.
I'll remove it. Chill out.
No, I like it.
All right. What next?
All right.
So you hate type.
I hate type
Oh my gosh! Imagine
because
that
it's
next
like
level
type.
move
I already
right now.
typed. Should we build the move modal? Should we fucking build the move modal?
Because.
I mean, we're vibing.
Sure. Do we want to give the
wanna
current
know-
move modal as an example?
So, the answer to that question is yes, but I don't think it's designed appropriately. So it's kind of like I want to give it the move modal, but I also want it to be like, yo, here's how you should move modal.
Let me just, I'm gonna let it rip, and then we'll see what it does.
While you do that, I'm going to delicately and slowly enjoy this cheese wheel so that I can get my 11.8 grams of protein. Cheese wheel.
This will be exciting. See what it does. They're throwing a day picker in for us.
Sheesh!
Sorry, you don't
Did
have
you,
to say anything while you eat.
No, this is perfect. Did you give it the move modal?
No, I did not. I wanted it to have its own little
Little time.
creative time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we gotta figure
That's
it out.
looking pretty good. Okay.
That's psycho.
Pretty good.
That's a psycho move.
That's
model.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
No,
pretty
no,
good.
No. Let's see what
It's
this
pretty
does.
simple, baller.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow. Oh wow. That's special.
Coming soon. Move to list. Coming soon.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to be.
Hold up. Let's try to do this. What's today? Oh my gosh. Oh
June 23.
Oh my. I want to try to move
We
it.
don't have dinner plans.
I want to try. I want to try moving it to tomorrow. There we go.
Oh hell yeah. Oh God! Cursor.
Oh
Give
my.
Cursor a raise.
I mean, we don't pay him much.
More money.
We don't pay him much at all.
I know.
They make.
You can do this too.
Cursor's a
You can build
slave.
the best
Cursor
website
makes
that you can.
slave labor. Slave. Yeah. Say you won't. Say I won't. Okay. Should we? What kind of input do we have on this? Because this looks. I almost don't even want to look at it.
I think first I would compliment its focus on simplicity. And I would say something to the tune of good job keeping it simple. Under move to date, we probably need 3 buttons. Today, tomorrow, and then like a calendar picker. And maybe that's it. I really like Baller. Can I tell you something I really like that I had not thought about before? I really like not showing any lists in the initial move modal. Instead, like make it a search type experience, like an entirely different, view. Don't get bogged down. This is okay to be 2 taps, I think.
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh God! I'm just kidding.
Okay, so what do we want to do?
God, no matter how many cheese wheels I eat, I am just not satisfied. Like, what is going on in my body? Am I pregnant? Shit.
I don't think guys can get pregnant, Joe.
Shit.
Let's make
First AI.
the options
First AI pregnancy.
under the date. What do they call it? Section just today, tomorrow, and pick a day or something like that, which will then open
A calendar picker.
Calendar picker. Okay, we'll just start with that.
Yeah, just see what it vibes on.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to use the restroom again.
Yeah. Jeez.
I drink these coffees so fast.
Somebody lock this guy up. That actually might be the last thing that I need in my life. A good old cappuccino.
That's the last thing you need in your life? Oh, you like
the last thing I need in my life.
Literally, not
like literally. I might go put a pod in the pod machine and have it pod me out. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Hey, you wanna hear a little Europe thing that I saw today that kind of blew my little mind?
Yeah.
So you know when you're traveling.
How we like this, bruh?
Whoa. Not terrible. Coming soon. TM. I was kind of thinking that it would
go horizontal.
That it would do a vertical, horizontal alignment. What do you think about that? You know what? Before we do that, though, go horizontal, and then also I'm going to tell you to do one more thing.
Yeah. No.
I know a chance we can pick a month or year.
But he just wants
like baking.
Week.
Yeah, random.
He wants week or month lists by default.
No.
No.
Kane, thank you for your suggestion, but you've won dunce of the day.
No.
That is
just
terrible. Terrible suggestion.
In the day picker below?
Please.
Fred.
I'm just kidding. So Baller, I want two things. I want horizontal alignment for these fucking buttons. I want a little bit of, maybe a splash of color if we're feeling crazy. And last but not least, I want a reference of the thing
that
we are moving.
What if there's like 30 things, Joseph?
Then plus 30, dude. You know? Come on. Let's get real here for a second. I forget what things I'm moving. It happens all the time. It's a problem for people.
Okay.
And that people is me.
All right.
We got it.
All right.
Kane, you know I'm just joshing.
Tell me again, what am I doing?
You're the man.
What am I vibing on?
Horizontal alignment of the buttons, a splash of color if you're feeling crazy, and a reference to the things that we're moving in the box.
Okay.
What's in the box?
I need more information. What does splash of color mean? Where do you want the preview to appear?
I want the preview to appear at the top, above move to date, and fuck the splash of color because we don't need it right now. So horizontal alignment of the buttons, reference to the things that you're moving above the move to date header. Renee has a question related to her overarching twos use. I will do my best to answer it, Renee. Related question for the community. I use twos to save links all day, every day. About midday, my saved YouTube videos, articles, etc. is cluttering the heck out of my day. There's a beautiful little feature called Move. So if you select the things that are cluttering your day, and then you move them to, let's just say, a list that's called YouTube's to watch later, for example. then I think that you would be in a much better position, because then you're not having a cluttered day. You have an organized list of your links. And then to shout out, who was the fella that was chatting with us earlier? Shout out Ethan. If in that list, then you turn off show completed things. Good job, Cursor. Tell it can abbreviate tomorrow to TMRW, probably. And then pick a date, can just be date.
Stop.
Hell yeah.
Ryan, if you're on Android, yes. If you're on iOS, it should already exist, I think.
Dark mode for the widget?
Yeah.
Got it. Renee, the last thing I wanted to say is turning off show completed things then allows you to complete those things and have them disappear at the top or the bottom. East nice.
Do you actually want me to? I think Fred, was it Fred? Yeah, Fred. I think Fred was potentially saying that we should just have today, tomorrow, pick day as like a underneath the two.
I like that. I like
Morning,
that.
JMP.
I think that's a good idea.
Is that better than?
Yeah. Then all three aligned. Let's do that. Today, tomorrow, pick a date as a vertical or as a button that spans the width.
I can't wait to separate out this file. This file's ridiculous right now. I mean, we're just learning out here. What do we want to do about this? Because the cancel, should I ask them to make it more full screen, or are you fine with where it's at?
Nice job, Cursor. Damn, it's crushing ass out here. Tell it doesn't need a box around stuff. Tell it to just.
Let's see what happens if I select two things and do it.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I mean,
3?
Exactly what you would expect to happen. Am I right?
Wow, Joe.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good.
What? Have you tried 4.0? It's way better.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I think he's talking about
Cursor
Claude.
4.0.
Claude? Or GPT?
Claude?
I don't know.
We were using 4, but honestly, 3 feels like it's doing better for us. Am I right? Or am I right?
I went back to 3.5. I don't know. Dude, I tried Gemini.
Terrible.
It's crazy. It does so much thinking. I'll do the next one with Gemini. What do we want? Do we want to do date picker? Do we want to do lists? Do we want to fix?
Get rid of the boxes around the things. Get rid of the boxes around the things. Add the type, maybe. Look at us. Look at us just absolutely.
Watch what happens when I do Gemini. It does it lists out what it does, I think. Planning next moves. Revising modal preview, adjusting preview display, refactoring preview styles, implementing type display. Sorry, I know you can read.
I have to put my headphones back in the box.
"27 seconds." We're going back to 3.5 after this. Nice.
All right, are we all the way back? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Gemini is
that
not.
looks good.
I don't think it's what we want.
What?
Claude. I
It
like
did it though,
Claude.
right?
Yeah, I'm sure it did fine. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks great. Good job, Gemini. All right. We need to do something
I
about
like
this
that.
because this is blowing me up.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose my absolute mind. You know what? Is it possible that that doesn't even need to be there, and instead we just need the cancel and move buttons? Like, I feel like we're already doing a pretty good job of explaining what's going on.
Sure.
I got 8 minutes, by the way, and then I would love to see if you're still vibing when I come back.
Yeah, we'll see about it. I kind of want to start hooking up the back end stuff.
Sure.
And maybe the login flow.
Sure. Don't do anything too crazy, but also get super
I don't know.
fucking crazy.
I mean, I might.
Brother.
Yeah, we'll see about it.
Man, I mean, like, on a scale from 1 to 10, how hard is everyone vibing right now? Like, this is just a vibe, you know? We're here, we're rebuilding twos, hanging out with our best friends, vibing.
Is it doing anything? Maybe it needs the time to think regardless. Oh!
What happened? What happened? What happened?
I mean, it just doesn't look
out.
good.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
It's so interesting. You would think it's such a small change. What?
That damn buzzing. Can you order a new microphone, too, while you're ordering?
My vibing? Oh, you're watching the YouTube?
For a hot second, I was.
It's not the same vibe. It's a different vibe. It's just because my volume's up so high.
It's a buzz down. It's a buzz down.
I'm sorry, people.
It's okay, baller.
Maybe that was when the gardeners were going by. I think we had some landscapers. Unless you're listening live. Okay. So... Oh my gosh.
Love to hear that everyone's vibing.
Did it always look like this?
JMP especially.
Why does it look so bad?
Hold on. I gotta get back. I gotta go back. Yeah, that doesn't look right. It added a line to the top, which I think is problematic.
Yeah, I did add that. You're right.
If nobody else hears it, then that's great. You know, but the line at the top actually does kind of make sense.
I know,
It feels like it needs to, it's like a box, if it wants to just like complete the box.
Well, yeah.
Do we have lists yet?
I really don't.
Have lists,
Well, this is
do
lists.
Are you showing me oh.
I'm just showing you lists.
I had low latency there, so I missed it. I missed like how you did it.
Just in the lists view, which is disguised as home. I was actually thinking about that. That's not a horrible design if this was home, and it just has your lists.
Yeah.
But then you could like add sections
lists
in there, like at the top of it.
Sure. I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that.
Not bad. So
look at us.
So what do you think? What do you think about this? I mean, we got to do something about the spacing. There's too much spacing.
You got to do something. Yeah. Can you just see what it says? Like, have you committed or like say, have we checkpointed at any point?
No, I haven't. Let me do it.
Can we? checkpoint us real quick, and then I want you to say, can you fix the spacing of the modals?
What else do we do?
Login, sign up.
I think I already did login. Adding login flow and shortening day
did?
names.
Nice. Select actions.
I think that was it.
You fixed the button.
Sorry, people.
Yeah.
I freaked out a little right there. Is that potentially a rolling day list? No, it's not. Well, we can get to the rolling day list. Don't you worry there.
Rolling.
It's almost like this, but we just want it to be vertical. Golly day. This is just good stuff right here. Oh my. Okay. Weak bar. Don't tell Joe that.
What are we not telling Tues, Joe?
Joey, you may gotta go.
Weak bar.
What do you want me to
I
do?
Show the people the list. And including me, I am people.
Oh.
I
kind of like just, yeah, whatever.
I mean, new list flow would not be a bad idea. Because, like, we are a Days Listen Things app.
Okay. You go to that.
Yeah, if you wanna go off, do you want me to like give us a soft sign off here, or?
Yeah, maybe let's do that. I kind of want to lock in on just getting things hooked up. I would like to be able to potentially get like some real things in here and get some real editing stuff going down at some point.
Solo vibe. All right, well, on that note, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like to continue to hang out with Baller while he freaks out and decides whether or not he wants to keep streaming, which he's not going to choose to do. Obviously, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to another day of rebuilding the live stream. Rebuilding the TuesApp.com? Rebuilding2zap.com. Y'all are our best friends. We love each and every one of you individually, personally, romantically, and definitely sexually. So, on that note, thank you so much for coming by. And until
everyone
next time.
Wish Joe a good luck with his call. We will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Tues out.
I love you.
Take us off, baby.
Bye.